The year is 500,000, and Earth has been forgotten by the galaxy. It is a quiet, insignificant planet, lost in the vastness of space. The universe has moved on, leaving humanity behind as a relic of a long-lost era. Other, far more advanced alien civilizations dominate the stars, and humans are seen as a primitive race, unworthy of attention or even recognition. To the universe, Earth is just another dot in the cosmos, a place of no importance. However, far beneath the surface, in a highly classified military base, a small group of humans are preparing for something that no one could have predicted. Earth's top scientists and military strategists have known for years that humanity could not remain hidden forever. The galaxy was watching, and eventually, they would come for Earth. That was the plan all along. To create a fleet so powerful, it would ensure Earth's survival in the face of unimaginable threats. Zhu Wan, a seasoned and battle-hardened general, stands in a dimly lit control room, far beneath the Earth's surface. He's used to chaos, used to war, but nothing could prepare him for what's about to unfold. A single alert flashes on the screen in front of him, causing the hairs on the back of his neck to stand up. An unidentified ship has entered Earth's orbit. It's large, far larger than any vessel the humans have ever seen. At first, it seems like a simple reconnaissance mission. The ship is cloaked, but Earth's advanced military systems manage to pick it up. Zhu Wan's mind races. He's seen his fair share of interstellar battles and has heard rumors of advanced alien technology. But this is unlike anything Earth has ever encountered. This could be the beginning of something catastrophic, or perhaps just an anomaly. Meanwhile, Jiayun, a brilliant scientist working within the military division, studies the data that's been sent to her. Her eyes widen as she processes the information. The ship isn't just observing Earth. It's a military vessel, and it's not alone. It's a signal, a harbinger of war. The vessel is from the Vrelox, a powerful and merciless alien species that has long since claimed dominance over vast regions of the galaxy. The Vrelox are no ordinary aliens. They are known for their cold efficiency, their ruthless tactics, and their belief that no species should be allowed to exist if they pose even the slightest threat. And the human race, it seems, is now that threat. Jiayun quickly works to decrypt the alien transmissions and discovers a chilling truth. The Vrelox are coming to Earth with one purpose: to annihilate the human race. They've detected Earth's secret project, a fleet of warships that could rival any in the galaxy. The humans have spent centuries secretly building this fleet, and now the Vrelox know. The realization hits like a punch to the gut. The human race is being watched, and now, the very existence of Earth is under threat. Zhu Wan receives the news with a heavy heart. His worst fears are confirmed. The Vrelox have come to finish what they started. They believe humanity's rise is too dangerous, that the human race must be eradicated before they grow too powerful. The weight of this knowledge feels unbearable. As the Vrelox fleet begins its advance, Earth has no choice but to respond. The time for secrecy is over. Zhu Wan's voice cuts through the tension in the control room. He orders the activation of Earth's most classified defense system, the Indomitable fleet. For centuries, this fleet has remained cloaked and hidden beneath the surface, a last resort weapon designed specifically to protect Earth from threats like the one approaching now. The Indomitable fleet is Earth's final hope. It's composed of cloaked warships, powered by fusion reactors, and guided by highly advanced AI systems. Each ship has been carefully constructed to outmatch anything the Vrelox could possibly throw at Earth. These ships are faster, stronger, and more advanced than anything the humans have ever built before. But even with this technological advantage, Earth is still vastly outnumbered. The Vrelox have an entire fleet at their disposal, one that has been crushing civilizations across the galaxy for millennia. With the first strike imminent, Zhu Wan's heart pounds in his chest. The weight of the responsibility is heavy. The entire fate of humanity rests in the hands of this fleet, and its untested crews. But Ju Wan isn't just a general. He's a soldier who's fought on countless battlefields. He knows what's at stake. He won't let Earth fall. Meanwhile, Jadian works feverishly to monitor the alien fleet's movements. She runs countless simulations trying to predict their next move. The tension is thick, and time is running out. As the Vrlock forces approach Earth's atmosphere, Jadian finds a way to communicate with the fleet. She sends out an encrypted signal, hoping to delay the Vrlocks, buying Earth's fleet some time. But deep down, she knows it won't be enough. The Vrlocks have far more firepower, and their ships are far more advanced. The moment of truth arrives. The Vrlock fleet opens fire, sending massive energy blasts toward Earth. The ground shakes as the first of many attacks strikes the surface. Ju Wan and his team prepare for the inevitable battle. He orders the Indomitable fleet to deploy, their cloaks flickering out of existence as they reveal themselves to the universe for the first time. The ships rise from their underground hangars, massive behemoths now visible in space, their advanced weaponry fully armed and ready for the battle that will determine Earth's fate. The human ships take their positions, their AI systems calculating the best course of action. Ju Wan can feel the tension in the air as his fleet moves into position. The battle is about to begin. With one final glance at the control room, he speaks to his crew, his voice steady but filled with determination. We fight, no matter the cost. We protect Earth. We protect humanity. And with that, the human fleet moves into the vast expanse of space, ready to face the Vrlocks and fight for their survival. The first strike has been made, but the battle is far from over. The war for Earth's future is about to unfold, and the fate of humanity rests on the courage of those who are willing to fight to the bitter end. The calm of Earth's atmosphere is shattered as the Vrlock forces draw closer, their massive fleet looming in space like an unstoppable storm. Across the planet, defense systems that had been dormant for centuries spring to life. For the first time in history, Earth's military is forced to reveal its true strength. Deep underground in the heart of the command center, Ju Wan, the battle-hardened general, stands firm, watching the screens in front of him. His grip tightens around the control panel, his mind racing with strategy. The stakes are higher than ever. The countdown to the battle is short, and there is no room for hesitation. His crew, a loyal and skilled group of soldiers, prepares for action. Among them are some of Earth's best and brightest fighter pilots, including Yun-Suk, a brilliant strategist whose mind works faster than the ship she commands. She is poised and determined, her focus sharp as she analyzes the incoming Vrlock forces. Each pilot has been specially trained to handle the most advanced eye-controlled drones, which are Earth's first line of defense against the alien invaders. As the Vrlock ships draw closer, Yun-Suk's drones are launched into the fray, instantly swarming the enemy with deadly precision. But the Vrlocks aren't going to make this easy. They send wave after wave of drones, each one faster and more deadly than the last. The sky above Earth becomes a battlefield. In the heat of it all, Ju Wan orders the activation of the Ascendant, the largest and most advanced fleet ever created by humanity. These warships, powered by fusion reactors and equipped with cloaking technology, emerge from hidden bunkers on Earth's surface, revealing themselves to the universe for the first time. They rise like titans in the face of an enemy they have never fought before, but they are determined to protect their planet at all costs. As the human fleet springs into action, the battle intensifies. The Vrlock drones move with ruthless efficiency, weaving through the air with uncanny speed. The battle rages in the skies, with missiles and lasers flying in every direction. It seems like Earth's chances are slim against such an overwhelming force. However, the Vrlock forces underestimate humanity's unyielding will to survive. As the drones close in on civilian colonies along the outskirts of Earth, the human drones retaliate with devastating force. Yun-Suk leads the charge, her strategy unmatched as her drones cut through the Vrlock forces like a knife through butter. With each calculated strike, Humanity's resolve grows stronger. Her heart beats faster, but her mind remains calm. Every drone she sends into battle, every missile launched, is one step closer to saving the innocent lives caught in a crossfire. The Vrilok drones fall in waves, unable to keep up with the swiftness and agility of the human eye-control fleet. In space, the warships of the Ascendant appear from their cloaks, descending upon the Vrilok ships. With their fusion-powered engines burning hot, they launch high-speed missiles and fire powerful lasers, each blast ripping through the Vrilok fleet with terrifying accuracy. The battle is fierce, but the human ships are more than a match for the Vrilok invaders. Ju-Wan, aboard the flagship, gives commands with military precision. His crew, skilled in combat, work together seamlessly as they face down the alien forces. But the battle doesn't remain in the skies for long. As the human fleet clashes with the Vrilok drones, the Vrilok forces escalate their efforts. The air is thick with the sound of explosions and the whir of machinery. Ships collide, drones explode, and the planet shakes with the force of the battle. The fight is far from over, but Ju-Wan and his crew continue to push forward, risking everything to protect the planet they love. In the midst of the chaos, Jai-Yun, working tirelessly in the command center, uncovers something deeply unsettling. As she analyzes the transmissions from the Vrilok fleet, she begins to notice strange patterns. The Vriloks aren't just attacking. Something bigger is coming. They're not only trying to destroy Earth's defenses, they're preparing for a full-scale invasion. Jai-Yun's eyes widen in shock as the first signs of the Vrilok's massive warship, the Oblivion, appear on the edge of the solar system. The Oblivion is unlike anything humanity has ever seen. It is a gargantuan warship, the heart of the Vrilok fleet, and it is heading straight for Earth. Jai-Yun's voice trembles as she relays the information to Ju-Wan. The magnitude of the threat becomes clear. If the Oblivion reaches Earth, it will be the end of humanity. The sheer size and power of the warship far exceed anything the humans have. Earth's defense systems, impressive as they are, won't stand a chance against such a vessel. As Jai-Yun works tirelessly to find a solution, Ju-Wan knows that the battle is only just beginning. The Vriloks might have the upper hand in numbers, but they don't understand the human spirit. They don't understand what it means to fight for survival, to protect what's most precious. Ju-Wan is determined to win, but it will take everything they've got. With his heart pounding in his chest, Ju-Wan watches the battle unfold before him. His hands grip the command console, and he issues orders with a calm but determined voice. The human fleet begins to form a defensive perimeter around Earth, ready to face whatever the Vriloks throw at them. The fight is no longer just about protecting Earth's colonies. It's about saving humanity itself from extinction. The fate of the human race hangs in the balance, and Ju-Wan knows that the true battle has only just begun. The Vrilok drones continue to advance, but Earth's warships are holding their ground. The battle has become a deadly dance, with both sides moving with precision and strategy. In the air, the clash of weapons is deafening. On the ground, the people of Earth hold their breath, hoping against hope that their fleet will hold strong. As the Vrilok fleet prepares to launch another devastating wave of attacks, Ju-Wan knows that time is running out. The Oblivion is on its way, and Earth's defenses are being tested like never before. But there is one thing the Vriloks don't understand. Humanity will never surrender. The battle for Earth's future is far from over, and Ju-Wan and his crew are ready for whatever comes next. The war for humanity's survival has begun, and it will be a fight that echoes across the stars. The battle for Earth rages on, and the Vrilok forces are relentless. After suffering heavy casualties from the human counterattacks, they briefly retreat, regrouping to reassess their strategy. But Ju-Wan and his team know better than to believe that the Vriloks are giving up. The alien fleet is vast, far more numerous than anything Earth's forces have ever encountered. The retreat is temporary, just a way for the Vriloks to prepare for the next wave of destruction. Earth's forces are exhausted, but they are also determined. Ju-won's mind races as he tries to strategize the next move. His gut tells him that this is only the beginning, and they are nowhere near safe. As the world's military leaders gather to discuss their options, they realize the terrible truth. Earth is vastly outmatched. Should they continue to defend their planet, risking everything, or should they prepare to evacuate, finding refuge among the stars? The decision weighs heavily on everyone. Some argue that they should hold their ground, fighting for their survival. Others suggest fleeing to save what's left of humanity. Ju-won, the leader of the defense, knows that if they choose to run, they'll lose everything. Earth has no other home to escape to. Meanwhile, deep in Earth's command center, Yeon-suk and Ji-yeon, two of the most brilliant minds in the military, work tirelessly on a plan to strike at the heart of the Vrelok fleet. The idea is risky but necessary. They believe that if they can hit the Vrelok command ship, the Oblivion, and destroy its control systems, it could disable the entire fleet. They're not just fighting for survival. They're fighting for a chance to win this war before the Vreloks can send reinforcements. With every passing moment, the pressure mounts. The longer the Vreloks regroup, the harder it will be to defeat them. The clock is ticking, and the Vrelok fleet is once again mobilizing for another assault. They're not backing down, and their next attack will be even more devastating than before. Ju-won orders the launch of Earth's warships to intercept the enemy, but he knows that this will not be enough. The humans need a decisive blow, something that will cripple the Vreloks before they can build their forces again. In the midst of the tension, a new threat emerges. The Vreloks deploy Tilar, a genetically enhanced alien general known for his ruthless nature and unrelenting thirst for destruction. Tilar is unlike any opponent Earth has faced before. He is a seasoned warrior, stronger, faster, and more intelligent than the average Vrelok. His sole mission is to eradicate humanity and prove that the Vreloks are the superior species in the galaxy. As Tilar's forces descend upon Earth, Ju-won feels a chill run down his spine. This will be the most difficult battle yet. Tilar's ships are unlike anything Earth has encountered. They're equipped with powerful weapons that can tear through human defenses with ease. As the general leads his fleet toward Earth, Yeon-suk and Ji-yeon push forward with their plan, hoping against hope that they can cripple the Vrelok's leadership before it's too late. Ju-won prepares his fleet, ready to face the Vrelok onslaught head-on. The battlefield is about to explode in a way that no one could have predicted. But the emotional toll of the war is starting to weigh heavily on the team. For Ji-yeon, the pressure is unbearable. Her brother, Hyunwoo, was part of the strike team sent to take down the Oblivion. He was one of the best, a skilled fighter and a dedicated soldier. But now, contact has been lost. Ji-yeon's heart sinks as she stares at the screen, unable to get any response from his ship. She feels a deep pang of fear and loss, knowing that Hyunwoo may be gone forever. The entire team feels the emotional impact of this loss. It's not just a soldier lost. It's family, it's a friend, it's someone they fought alongside and trusted. Ji-yeon's grief is palpable, but she also feels an overwhelming sense of determination. Her brother's sacrifice cannot be in vain. The mission must continue. The human forces must keep fighting, not just for Earth, but for every person they've lost along the way. As the screen shows more footage of the Vrelok fleets closing in, Ji-yeon steels herself. Her brother would have wanted them to keep going. He would have wanted them to win. Ju-won, too, feels the weight of the loss. His entire crew, the men and women he's come to rely on, are like family to him. Each one of them is risking everything for Earth's survival, and now they're facing the might of an enemy that is determined to wipe them out. The emotional bond between the team only strengthens their resolve. They cannot fail. They must keep fighting for those they've already lost and for those who are yet to come. The battle is about to become even more intense. With Tilar leading the charge, the Vreloks are more dangerous than ever. But humanity is ready. The decision has been made. Ju-won will not back down. no matter what it takes. The human fleet, though outnumbered, will fight with everything they have. They will strike at the heart of the Vrilok fleet, and they will do it for their fallen comrades. The stakes are higher than ever, and the odds seem impossible, but humanity has never backed down from a fight, and they won't start now. As the Vrilok forces advance, Eun-suk and Jae-yun finalize their plan, knowing that this might be their last chance. The human fleet prepares to launch its assault. The battle for Earth's future is about to reach its most critical point. With the loss of their loved ones fueling their determination, the humans are ready to take on the full might of the Vrilok Empire. The war is far from over, but the humans are not ready to give up. They will fight until their last breath. The arrival of the Oblivion, the Vrilok's ultimate weapon, marks a turning point in the war. The massive warship is unlike anything Earth has ever seen. It is a terrifying testament to the power of the Vrilok Empire, a vessel designed to obliterate entire planets. As it enters Earth's orbit, it begins its relentless bombardment, raining down destruction on the planet's defenses with unimaginable force. The very ground shakes as cities fall in flames. Buildings crumble into dust. The Vrilok fleet unleashes wave after wave of firepower, sending shockwaves across the globe. The human forces are reeling, struggling to keep up with the sheer power of the Oblivion. The military strategy is in tatters, and the weight of impending defeat presses heavily on the human commanders. Ju-won, standing in the command center with his team, watches as Earth's last line of defense crumbles. He knows they have only one chance left, one final, desperate move that could turn the tide. The odds are stacked against them, but Ju-won refuses to accept defeat. He knows the Vrilok forces cannot be allowed to win. They've come too far, sacrificed too much. In a bold and reckless move, Ju-won orders the fleet to prepare for a suicide mission. The objective is simple but deadly. They must destroy the Oblivion. But it's a mission with no guarantees of survival. Many of the warships under Ju-won's command will never return. Their only hope is to infiltrate the Oblivion and cripple its core systems before the Vriloks can finish their assault. Eun-suk, the brilliant tactician who has been the mastermind behind much of Earth's defense, steps forward. She volunteers for the most dangerous mission of all. She will infiltrate the Oblivion and sabotage its core systems from the inside. It's a suicide mission, but Eun-suk doesn't hesitate. She knows what's at stake. If she can destroy the core, it will send the Oblivion spiraling into the depths of space, and with it, the hope for humanity's survival. As Eun-suk prepares for her mission, Ju-won and his crew prepare for the next phase of the battle. While Eun-suk infiltrates the Oblivion, the human fleet launches a full assault on the Vrilok forces, engaging in fierce space combat. The ships exchange blows, sending sparks and explosions through the vacuum of space. Ju-won leads his crew into battle, their warships cloaked, appearing out of nowhere to strike at the heart of the Vrilok fleet. But even with all their technological might, the humans are no match for the Vrilok's superior numbers and firepower. Earth's warships are outgunned, but they fight on with fierce determination. While the battle in space continues to rage, Ju-won receives news that the Vriloks have begun their ground invasion. The alien soldiers land on Earth's surface, their ships descending through the atmosphere with terrifying speed. They are equipped with devastating weapons, and as they step onto Earth's soil, they bring with them an overwhelming force. The first wave of Vrilok invaders moves in, decimating everything in their path. But Earth's defenders refuse to yield. Ju-won, despite the overwhelming odds, orders his crew to take the fight to the ground. Leading his men into the heart of the battle, he knows that it's now or never. The Vrilok invaders are fierce, but humanity's will to survive burns brighter than any weapon the Vriloks possess. As the soldiers face off in brutal hand-to-hand combat, Ju-won is reminded of what they are fighting for: the loss of his comrades, the memory of those who have already fallen. It all fuels his resolve. Hyun-woo, Jae-yun's brother, is one of those soldiers. His memory pushes them all forward. They fight not just for survival, but for the lives of everyone they've lost, for the future that has yet to be written. The ground battle is chaotic and unforgiving. Blasters fire relentlessly, and blades clash as the soldiers of Earth fight with everything they have. It's a fight of desperation, but also of pride. Ju-Wan leads his team through the battlefield, cutting down Verloc invaders as they make their way toward the central command point. They know that if they can hold the line long enough, if they can push the Verlocs back, there might still be hope for victory. But every moment is a fight for survival. They faced Verloc soldiers that are faster, stronger, and more advanced in every way. But humanity's greatest strength lies in its spirit. Amidst the chaos, Eum-Suk makes her way aboard the Oblivion. The journey to the heart of the alien warship is treacherous. She faces countless obstacles as she infiltrates the heavily fortified ship. Verloc soldiers patrol the corridors, but Eum-Suk uses her skills to evade capture, moving swiftly through the shadows. She reaches the central core of the Oblivion, where she begins her sabotage. With the clock ticking down, Eum-Suk works tirelessly, knowing that every second brings her closer to death, but also closer to saving Earth. She overrides the ship's security systems and plants the explosives deep within the core. The countdown begins. Back on Earth, Ju-Wan and his team continue to push forward, taking down Verloc invaders one by one. Every victory feels small in the face of the overwhelming enemy forces, but it's a victory nonetheless. As the battle intensifies, Earth's forces gain ground, despite the odds stacked against them. The tide may be turning, but they are far from winning. Still, they fight with everything they have, not just for their lives, but for the lives of those who came before them. As Eum-Suk finishes planting the explosives, she hears the telltale hum of the Oblivion's core beginning to overload. It's done. The mission is a success. Now, all she has to do is escape before the explosion rips the ship apart. The Oblivion is doomed, but will she survive long enough to see it? As the seconds tick away, the stakes couldn't be higher. The fate of Earth hangs in the balance, and the last stand of humanity has begun. The final battle for Earth is about to begin, and it takes place high above the planet's atmosphere, where the warships of both sides prepare for a fierce and desperate showdown. The once peaceful skies are now filled with the roar of engines, the flashing of weapons, and the cries of soldiers fighting for their lives. The stakes have never been higher. Earth's survival hangs in the balance, and every move the humans make will determine their fate. The enemy, the Verloc Empire, is relentless, but the humans, against all odds, are determined to fight back until the very end. In the heart of the battle, Eum-Suk has managed to infiltrate the Oblivion, the Verloc's enormous flagship, after a grueling journey through enemy lines. But even though she's inside, the mission is far from over. The Verloc soldiers, genetically engineered to be stronger and faster than humans, swarm the corridors of the ship, trying to stop her at every turn. Eum-Suk fights back with every ounce of strength and skill she possesses, using her agility and quick thinking to outmaneuver them. She knows that the fate of Earth rests in her hands. With every step closer to the core of the Oblivion, the pressure mounts. She has to disable the ship's weapons, or the human fleet will be wiped out. Meanwhile, on the front lines, Ju-Wan and his team engage the Verloc forces in space, their warships locked in a brutal, all-out battle. The Oblivion towers above them, its massive weapons firing down on Earth's warships, obliterating everything in their path. Ju-Wan leads the charge, knowing this might be his last mission. He and his crew face the Verloc's most dangerous soldier, Tilar, the genetically enhanced alien general who is sworn to destroy humanity. Tilar is a terrifying sight, towering over the human soldiers, his armor nearly indestructible. His sole purpose is to crush the human resistance once and for all. As Ju-Wan and his team engage Tilar in fierce space combat, the Verloc general proves to be a formidable opponent. His tactics are brutal, and his strength unmatched. But the humans are relentless, and despite the odds, they fight with the courage of those who have nothing left to lose. The battle rages on, with Ju Wan leading his team through the chaos, determined to protect Earth's last hope. On the other side of the war, Jia has been managing communications for the entire battle. She's been coordinating the attacks, making sure that every human ship is in the right place at the right time. But now she's faced with an unexpected opportunity. As the battle intensifies, Jia finds a way to hack into the Oblivion systems. It's a risky move, but it's their only chance. If she can gain access to the Vrilok flagship's internal systems, she might be able to help Suk from the outside. With a few quick keystrokes, she begins her work, bypassing the ship's security protocols and gaining access to the heart of the Oblivion. Every second counts. If she makes even the slightest mistake, the mission will fail. As Suk races against time to disable the Oblivion's weapons, the human fleet launches its final, all-out attack. The Vrilok flagship, with its towering presence and terrifying firepower, is the most dangerous ship in the galaxy. But the humans have learned from their mistakes, and they know exactly where to strike. They target the Oblivion's weak points, the vulnerable areas that can bring it down. The human ships launch everything they have: high-speed missiles, energy blasts, and cloaked warships emerging from hidden positions, firing with precision and power. The Oblivion shudders under the onslaught, its shields flickering and its hull groaning under the pressure. But it's not enough. The Vrilok forces are still holding strong. Inside the Oblivion, Suk is getting closer to her goal. She's made it to the core systems, the heart of the ship, but there's still one more obstacle in her path. The ship's core is protected by an array of Vrilok soldiers, and they're closing in on her. She has to act fast. Suk knows the mission is almost complete, but the danger is greater than ever. As she plants the explosives to sabotage the ship's core, the seconds seem to stretch into eternity. She can feel the pressure of time bearing down on her, and she knows there's no turning back now. The countdown begins, and the sound of it fills her mind as she finishes the final adjustments. The Oblivion is on the brink of destruction, and all she has to do is survive long enough to escape. Back in space, Ju Wan and his crew continue their battle against Tular and the remaining Vrilok forces. The fight is brutal, with the two sides locked in an unrelenting struggle for survival. But despite the overwhelming strength of the Vriloks, the humans refuse to give up. With every strike, every blow, they grow more determined. The memory of their fallen comrades, the lives they've lost, fuels their rage and strengthens their resolve. Tular, despite his incredible abilities, begins to realize that humanity is not as easily defeated as he thought. They have faced insurmountable odds, and yet continue to fight. It is a sight he never expected to see, and it shakes him to his core. Finally, the moment arrives. Suk, with the ticking clock echoing in her ears, races to escape the Oblivion before the ship detonates. As she reaches the exit, the ship shudders violently, and a massive explosion erupts behind her. The Oblivion has been destroyed. The shockwave ripples through space, sending debris in every direction. The Vrilok flagship, the symbol of their dominance, is no more. It's a devastating blow to the Vrilok forces, and in the wake of the destruction, the human fleet launches its final strike. With the Oblivion gone, the Vrilok forces begin to crumble. The humans have won. The battle is over. The war is far from won, but humanity has secured a victory that will go down in history. The final, cinematic moment arrives as the human fleet stands victorious, having pushed back the Vrilok invaders and secured Earth's survival. The sacrifice of the soldiers, the bravery of those who fought, and the determination of humanity have brought them through this dark time. The fight isn't over yet, but for now, Earth has won its last stand. The battle was over. The immense struggle that had raged across Earth's skies and throughout the stars had finally come to an end. The Vrilok fleet lay defeated, their once mighty warships now burning wrecks floating in space. The world that had been on the brink of annihilation now stood victorious, its people forever changed by the price they had paid. Earth had been saved, but it was a victory steeped in grief, for the cost had been immense. Many brave souls had given everything to ensure humanity's survival. Among the fallen were some of the strongest and most beloved heroes: Hanwoo, Jian, and Iunsuk. Their names would forever be etched in the history of Earth, remembered as the first defenders of humanity's future. Hyunwoo, the courageous brother who had never stopped fighting, even in the face of certain death. Jian, the tactical genius who had managed to keep the communication lines open during the most critical moments of the battle. And Iunsuk, who had infiltrated the heart of the Vrelok flagship and brought it down from the inside. They had all given their lives for the cause, leaving behind a world that would never forget them. As the survivors stood amidst the burning wreckage of the Vrelok fleet, a profound silence fell over them. The destruction of the alien armada was a sight to behold. It had been a hard-won battle, and the debris floating in the vacuum of space was a testament to the fierce struggle that had unfolded. But beyond the wreckage, there was something more, a sense of pride, of triumph. They had not only saved their home, but had proven something even greater. Humanity was not to be underestimated. They had faced an advanced, merciless alien empire and had come out victorious. The galaxy had learned, in that moment, that humans could not be ignored or destroyed. The spirit of humanity, no matter how small or silent it may have seemed in the vastness of the cosmos, was a force to be reckoned with. Zhu Wan, standing beside his crew, stared up at the stars, his heart heavy with the weight of their loss. The victory was sweet, but it would never bring back the friends and comrades they had lost. However, there was no time for grief. Not yet. As he looked out into the vastness of space, he felt a deep sense of resolve settle in his chest. Humanity's place in the galaxy had been solidified. They had fought for their future, and they had earned the respect of the universe. The human race had taken its first step into the galaxy's stage, no longer just a small, forgotten planet, but a force capable of holding its own. The fleet that had been forged from the ashes of this war would forever bear the name Indomitable. It was a fitting name for a fleet that had proven, through its courage and sacrifice, that it would never bend to oppression. The Indomitable would stand guard over Earth, ensuring that no enemy would ever dare threaten them again. It would be the symbol of humanity's strength, a reminder that Earth was no longer the underdog. The Indomitable would protect Earth's future, ensuring that they would never be pushed to the edge again, never again forced to fight for their survival. The galaxy would now see humans as equals, no longer weak, no longer insignificant, but a powerful force with a fire that could not be extinguished. The survivors, battered but unbroken, gathered together in silence as they reflected on the battle they had just fought. They were the lucky ones, the ones who had lived to see Earth's victory, but the weight of their fallen comrades hung heavy in their hearts. It was a time of mourning, but also a time of hope. Despite everything that had been lost, they had achieved the impossible. They had saved their home, and they had proven to themselves and the universe that humanity would never give up. As the crew of the Indomitable made their way back to Earth, the stars seemed to shine brighter than before. They had fought for this moment, and now it was theirs. But even as they rejoiced in the victory, they knew that the war was not truly over. The galaxy was vast, and there would always be new challenges, new threats, new enemies to face. But for the first time, humanity was ready. They had proven their strength, their courage, and their resilience. Earth would no longer be a target. It would stand as a beacon of hope, a testament to what could be achieved when humans refused to be defeated. In the midst of the celebration, a final message echoed across the galaxy. It was the last message sent by Iunsuk just before her sacrifice. It was brief, but its power would resonate across the stars for centuries to come. Humanity will rise, no matter how silent we are. Her words, simple but profound, carried a weight that none could ignore. The humans had proven it. They had risen, they had fought, and they had won. They would continue to rise, no matter what the future held. The message would echo in the hearts of all those who heard it, a reminder that humanity was not just a passing moment in the galaxy's history, but a force that would endure. As Earth began to rebuild, the survivors of the war held on to their memories. They would never forget the cost of their victory, the sacrifices that had been made. The names of their fallen comrades would live on, their legacy carried forward in the hearts of those who had fought beside them. The galaxy had learned, and humanity had learned too. Earth was not weak. It was not a planet to be dismissed or destroyed. Earth was a place of strength, of courage, and of hope. And that would be humanity's legacy, one that would endure for all time.